This is the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show on a night that began with promise and offense and ends with a whimper and a limp off to the dressing room. Rangers lose in Columbus 5-3 the final. Inside our Delta MSG studios, John Giannone alongside Steve Valiquette. Rangers were the rested team. The Blue Jackets were beleaguered, but you can't tell from the scoreboard on a night where the Rangers took a 2-goal lead and did absolutely nothing with it.
It's the first loss the Rangers have taken in regulation to a non-playoff team. The Rangers have done really well coming from behind and playing against opponents beneath them in the standings all year long. Posts from Trouba to from Goodrow, chances from Gauthier, Strome. There was a Korpisalo effect in the third period when the team collectively came together and played hockey again, but it was a tough stretch there after that first 10 minutes of the first period where they were rolling. They had a game going. They were building a game. Oftentimes what you see in the NHL, though, is players the night after a team loses, and especially with the way that the Columbus Blue Jackets lost last night, 62 shots against, I think the Rangers took their foot off the gas and thought it was going to be easy. And sometimes human nature kicks in and players think that they're going to get easy points and it's going to be a relatively easy night. We'll cruise to a 7-0 win. You know, they lost a game they should have won, but they're going to learn a lesson from this. And it's one of those, if ifs and buts were candy and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas, and I don't really feel like celebrating right now.
Yeah, the calendar says Christmas is long over. When you look at what the Rangers did in the first 89 seconds, maybe you can understand human nature being what it is, them thinking it was going to be an easy night because Artemi Panarin took what seemed to be a relatively harmless trek into the offensive zone and put it behind Korpisalo on the first shot the Rangers took.
And again, that's also what the bench feels. That's not a good goal for Korpisalo on the first one. It was a team goal for the Rangers. They were playing as a team. They were really putting their game on Columbus at this point, coming up the ice together. Panarin's shot is really a byproduct of three-zone hockey that you hope the Rangers play for a full 60. They did for the first 10, and they did for the final 20. And that's another positive, too, is that they did play a team game in the third period. If they would have just kept going that way, this game would have been a Ranger runaway victory. But again, it got away from them because I thought it's just the way it is. I can't explain it, but players in the lineup, when they think it's going to be easy, think they're going to collect points all night and play a loose game. Well, you're still playing against NHL players that have a lot of pride. And I'm sure these guys in Columbus felt terrible. I mean, it's Boone Jenner that really drags the team into the fight. He's a high-character person, and that's why the Columbus Blue Jackets made a game of it when it could have been a runaway game for the Rangers.
You talk about collecting points. Panarin collected 3. He assisted on the other 2 Ranger goals. He now has 8 points in 3 games against his former team, the Blue Jackets, in the 3 games they will play against each other this season. All right, at the 4:44 mark of the first period, 1-0 became 2-0 thanks to Barclay Goodrow, who had a very noticeable game tonight, not only on that goal, but really throughout. He was one of the guys that, when the Rangers were around the puck, he was among them.
Arguably the best forward in the game, at least the most noticeable. And, you know, he's coming off of the deflection goal against the LA Kings. Late goal to tie that game at 2, and he's got chances here. Now, this one's the goal off of his foot because he's driving the net. Then he hits the post. Then he has a breakaway where it goes through Korpisalo out the post. Third period, driving the net with a lot of pressure. He had the one-timer late in the third period. He's a winner, right? I mean, he's a winner, and he knows how to get it done. You see the face-off here that he wins, John, with help from Panarin to get it back to Hayek, and they work the wall here on a give and go, and that really spreads out Columbus. You can see they chase up top right now, and that's why it allows Schneider, who we talked in the pregame, he has a license to jump. He's allowed to activate. He knows that's something that Coach Gallant is okay with him doing, and then he hits the front of the net. Yes, it goes off of Goodrow's skate, but the intent was there and the play was there, and that's why those result. It's a broken play goal, not off the stick, but again, it's something that the Rangers did well in this game. A small piece of what really works well for them and what has all season long.
So at 4:44 of the first period, it was 2-0. 2:44 later, it was 2-2 on goals from Nyquist and Boone Jenner. And then Corrali and Jenner scored in the second period. So the Rangers headed to the third down 2 at 4-2. They only had 16 shots on goal through 2 periods against a team that, as you said last night, surrendered 62 shots on goal in 60 minutes. The Rangers kicked it into gear in the third. They finally got a power play opportunity, and no surprise, Mika Zibanejad cashed it.
I think it's important to take away from this, whether you're a fan or the coaching staff, was the players didn't go into individual mode and try and beat everybody one-on-one. They did continue to play the team game. In the third period, a net drive, McKegg just misses it, but the pressure was on early, and that's why Bean takes one of 2 penalties in the third period, because the pressure and the team pressure was there. Zibanejad opens up on this one-timer. It's the 3rd time this month he's scored on the power play from that left circle, and we know what to expect from him. It's really important, too, to know that you need a power play goal, and the team came through with one there. At that point, of course, I'm taking my notes, and I always want to see the team score on the power play when they need one. I felt like at that moment they did. They needed one badly. It was nice they came through. It just wasn't enough.
Zibanejad scored there to make it his 16th of the season, points in 9 of his last 10. It was 4-3 at that point. 2 minutes to the second later, Jacob Trouba came about an inch from tying the game. Rangers had 2 or 3 other opportunities over the next 7 minutes to tie the game. It was a 1-goal game. We mentioned they had 20 shots on goal in the third period alone. They did come very close.
That's why they're going to be kicking themselves about this game, because they know they could have asserted their game on Columbus for 60 minutes. They know that. And they haven't had a track record this year of not having the ability to pull it out. They've come back recently 4 times in the last 5 games. And they've only won twice, though, when trailing into the third period. So it's tough to play like that in the NHL, no matter who the opponent. But they had tons of looks. They had tons of pressure. All good things come to an end, and nothing lasts forever. And when you're trying to play with fire like that, John, where you're allowing yourself to get behind in a game, thinking that you can get away with a win over and over again, it's going to bite you. It's just the way the league works, and everybody knows that. And furthermore, it's a 3-2 league. When you give up 4, it's a really tough battle that you're in as a team to try and scratch and get 5. Any goaltender. Korpisalo wasn't having the best game, and he turned it around and stole 3 or 4 goals from the Rangers.
And an empty netter made it the 5-3 final. So the Rangers will stew on this for a little bit on the flight home tonight, and then they will prepare for what will be a special night at the Garden on Friday. And that's because the Rangers will retire the number 30 of the great Henrik Lundqvist. Our coverage begins at 5:30. Henrik and Steve Valiquette sit down for the journey, and then we will take you on the blue carpet as arrivals begin at 6 o'clock. The jersey retirement ceremony begins promptly at 6:30. We will have that live, and then all the coverage of the Wild and the Rangers at the Garden. Puck drops a little bit after 8. A night that will not soon be forgotten. Henrik Lundqvist, number 30, goes to the rafters. Join us for that tomorrow night. Until then, we have plenty more to come on the Mercedes-Benz Rangers postgame show.